That's why today I'm announcing new tariffs in key sectors of the economy that are going to ensure that our workers are not held back by unfair trade practices. They include the thing I'm announcing today, 25% tariff on Chinese steel and aluminum products, and we'll counter China's overcapacity in these industries. And we're making major investments in clean American steel and aluminum. Clean American steel and aluminum. It's a big deal. Clean because of the way we manufacture it here. It emits half as much carbon as steel made in China. Next, a 100% tariff on electric vehicles made in China. People say, wow. Because we're not going to let China flood our market, making it impossible for American auto manufacturers to compete fairly. We're also implementing a 25% tariff on electric vehicle batteries from China and a 25% tariff on critical minerals that make those batteries. Folks, look, I'm determined that the future of electric vehicles will be made in America by union workers, period. And we'll do it by following international trade laws to do it. Our partners around the world are making similar investments. They also want supply chain for electric vehicles that isn't dominated by unfair trade practices from China. America can continue to buy, Americans, I want to make this clear, notwithstanding what the other guy's saying, can buy any kind of car they want, whether it's gas, electric, or hybrid. But we're never going to allow China to unfairly control the market for these cars, period. Next, we're going to raise tariffs on Chinese solar panels from 25 to 50%. Here again, because the Chinese government is subsidizing excess capacity, they're flooding the market. They're driving manufacturing companies out of business in Europe. But we won't let that happen here in America. We're putting a 50% tariff on semiconductors made in China. These are those tiny computer, all of you know this, but for the public, those little tiny computer chips, smaller than the fingertip, that power everyday lives. Everything from smartphones to automobiles to dishwashers, satellites. Look, America invented these chips, but over time we stopped making them. We invested overseas. Now, thanks to my CHIPS and Science Act, one of the most significant investments ever in science and technology, we're bringing this vital industry back home where it started, in the United States of America. And finally, we're putting tariffs on health equipment like masks and gloves that nurses and doctors wear every single day. If the pandemic taught us anything, we need to have a secure supply of essential supplies here at home. Folks, these key sectors, my administration is combining investments in America with tariffs that are strategic and targeted. For years, I've heard many Republicans, even Democratic friends, say China's not on the rise. China is on the rise. America is falling behind. I've always believed they got it wrong. America's rising. We have the best economy in the world, and since I've come to office, the GDP is up, our trade deficit with China is down to the lowest level in over a decade, and we're standing up against Chinese government unfair economic practices now. At the same time, we're standing up for peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits. I revitalized our partnerships with Pacific allies and India, Australia, Japan, South Korea, the Philippines, Pacific Island nations. I've made sure the most advanced American technologies we develop or invent can't be used by the Chinese government to undermine our national security. Bottom line, I want fair competition with China, not conflict, and we're in a stronger position to win that economic competition in the 21st century against China than anyone else, because we're investing in America again, in American workers.